This is a TvP against a really good player. He is, I don't know, I would imagine platinum, maybe low diamond. In Wings of Liberty and HotS, he's very high silver. So here we go. I'm gonna do the one base Widow Mine harass into the Bio Army. So, not much going on at the moment, but I will assure you this game gets pretty crazy pretty quick. So I've got the gas going, I've got my factory here. And I make the mistake of, well, no, he does a good job. He doesn't expand, he's defending, and I try to send my Widow Mine up, and effectively it gets killed. I should have burrowed it quicker, but it is what it is. I now know when there's 3 units, which is a mothership core, a zealot, and a stalker, I need to burrow. He needed to burrow immediately. But I've got one more coming here, and he's going for Gateway Starport, Forge, Robo, after seeing the Widow Mine. I've killed one of his workers so far. Here comes the Oracle, which gives him vision. And I'm producing my barracks, my eBay to deal with the Oracle. He can't mine right now, so I've killed his mining. He's unable to mine. And he's protecting his workers. So now he envisions this and kills it. Kills that one. So I have killed a total of no workers. But he has not been mining this entire time. So that's a good thing. I get my bases up. Do some damage to these guys. It dies. I try to get something up, but I don't in time. Everybody moves around. I fix it up real quick. But at the moment on the income tab, we're even in workers, and I have an orbital. I know he doesn't have an expansion, so we're pretty much even. And I've got a lot of tech up here. I mean, I've got the 2 reactors, tech lab. He envisions and kills this last guy. And we're back to it, and he takes a base, which I know about. So I basically decide I'm going to take a base, which has been under construction for a little while. Both of our bases are finishing up. His a little bit before mine, but they're pretty much even. And in the worker count, I'm ahead, which is great. Here's where he starts to go for some warp prism harass, which is really nicely done. I move out here. He moves in. He harasses. Sends more units to the front, hoping this is going to kill me. But in the army tab, you know, actually this could have hurt me pretty bad. So, he sends in a force. I'm producing a bunch of units. Tries to pull me off. And then come into the front. In the line comes some stalkers. Once these guys move, this attack commences. These guys go up. I barely hold this off. Hold that off. I'm losing no workers. 2 workers. Hold off that attack. Up in there. That was great. Alright, so I held it off. He's lost more. Still even in workers, but I have 2 orbitals. So once again I'm ahead, and I think this all helps because I prevented his mining early. So even though I didn't kill his probes, I prevented him from mining with them, which is great. The War Prism goes away. Don't worry guys, I'll come back later and kick my ass like 4 more times. Up, here he goes. Back again. There's a pylon out here, which I think gives him vision. Not really, no. Okay, here comes the Oracle. I push out. And as I push out, he does some more harass with Zealots. He starts to come at me. Here comes some Zealots into harass. I send my force out to fight. Losing workers here. Alright, so I did lose a fair number of workers. Pulled my guys off. Fight these off, but now I'm ready to attack. First thing I do, kill the Immortal, and then get away from the rest of the army. I need to be producing more units at this point. New grouping. Send the Widow Mines up. Pull them in. Take these out. More Zealots come in. I have to retreat because my units, I didn't have units producing. He's got a War Prism still hanging out here. Got some units here. Dealing with the harassment. And then I need to send in a bunch of units. So these units should have gone in, but they didn't because of the War Prism harass, which was really solid on his part. On the income tab, he's way ahead. But with my mules, I'm not that far down. Ooh, this one's not working. 3 on gas, 3 on gas, no one on gas, no one on gas. See, I've got some units here. Takes out my eBay. In the upgrade, I'm at 2-2. He's at 1-1, so I'm ahead on the upgrades. And he's producing more Zealots. Kill the run away and then immediately kill the Colossus medevac boost my guys out of the way because they're taking a lot of damage. More zealots incoming, so I decide I need to pull back at this point. Income's getting back up there. It's roughly even, 70 to 80. Army values are, he's a little bit ahead, but again, I've got much better upgrades. More medevacs coming, and I know they're Colossi in effect, so I'm starting to do Vikings too. So right after this I want to do a bunch of Vikings, because I assume there's going to be more Colossi, which there are, but he's also going Storms with the Twilight Council, so that's important to know. I believe at this point, I put a turret down to stop the harassment. I could have just killed it, but my second's up. I do two more barracks, take my third, and do another starport for additional medevacs or Vikings. So he's got 2-2 on the way. I already have 2-2, and I'm going to start to go for my 3-3. Although I have to build an engineering bay to do that. Army values are pretty even actually. I was going to say slightly in his favor, but they're not. Income, we're back at it, even in harvesters, except I've got mules, so I'm way ahead of him. I think I need to fix, I needed to fix my workers here on the gas, which I do shortly. He takes his third, which I know he's going to do. Probably could have medevac dropped it, but whatever. Alright, he's got legs, 2-2 finishing. I got my Vikings coming, which again are pretty good, but they're shitty on the ground, but they're really, really good in the air against those Colossi, which I need, because that'll just wipe my army out. Although he does do a tech switch into High Templars with 1 or 2 Colossi, so I eventually have to dodge a bunch of storms, which we shall see. Take the watchtowers. Third's up. On the income tab, I'm ahead again. It's going for a 4th, which is probably smart since he knows he's behind. I scan this, I know it's there. I should have gone for this, but I did not know. He starts to put pylons all over the map. I've got a guy there, door closed. I've got way more supply than him, and it's all in army value, so effectively I just produced a gigantic army, which includes, 4 Hellbats, 9 Vikings, 5 medevacs, a shit ton of Marines, and a really good number of Marauders, sorry. Okay, so here goes the engagement with the army values in my favor. Storms, I have to run away from that. 1 missed storm on his guys. Take out that Colossi, more damage done. Now I want to kill these. High Templar. I have a lot more army value. Yeah, I took a bunch of hits, but most of my army's still alive. A lot of those Marines died, but everything else is still alive. He's in cooldown, or just was. Here comes my force. Much bigger. Drop my Vikings. Push through. With a lot of reinforcements coming. Tough game. I traded pretty efficiently. Pretty close. EPM. APM pretty close. So, a lot going on in this game. GG. Let's take a quick look at the performance. So I was supply capped for 4 minutes, which is not good. Yeah, I made a couple mistakes with that for sure. Unspent resources was higher. Idle production's pretty even. I resourced better than him. I built a better army when he went for a double expand instead of continuing to push, which, you know, makes sense on his part, but he has to scout and see what I'm up to, which he does not. And if you look at the workers active, but let's look at resource collection rate. So right here, workers active resource collection rate, you know, he took a huge dip. You know, he just was not resourcing for quite a while. My harass was unsuccessful in killing his probes, but here. Oh, excuse me, wait, that's me. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, this is when he harassed me. Okay. So he was very successful in that. Here, keeping my workers inactive. Early game, I thought I hit him pretty hard, preventing him from mining. It doesn't seem to think I am. But maybe it wasn't a long enough period of time. Could have been that dip right there. I don't know. Didn't seem like he got hurt pretty bad. He made a little bit of mistake here. Probably didn't have his third in time. Army value. He's pretty much ahead, but I took a better engagement. Pretty much ahead. I took a better engagement. Took a better engagement. Took a better engagement. So it was a lot of the army values. Really interesting about the resource collection rate, that he really never took a hit. He didn't have a second base up, so there was no way you could have been resourcing at that point.